Hey all my creative friends, today we're going to be mixing our own black watercolor paint. So instead of using lamp black and ivory, we're going to mix our own. First we're going to try doing the primary colors. So I have cadmium yellow, alizarin red, and French ultramarine blue. I found that mixing your own black, you get a lot richer hues than you do by using a lamp black or an ivory black. They're fine for a quick and easy black, but when you mix your own, you're able to get either warm blacks or cool blacks depending on how you do the mix. In nature, when you have light reflecting on objects that have a color, and you might have a shadow, a deep shadow, those have a little color to them. So we're going to try to simulate that a little bit and give our paintings a lot richer feel to them. So we're going to mix the blue and the red. We're going to keep it pretty opaque. Already we have a deep color. So this is just a really deep purple. And then we're going to take just a touch of yellow, and that warms it up. And a little more, it really doesn't take much yellow. The yellow really throws it off. And I probably used too much there. All right, so we're not going too transparent, and that gives us a really deep bluish black. And one thing you can do if you want to see how your blacks are on the paper, you can, as you're experimenting, you can bring the color down, and you can get an idea whether it's a warmer or a cooler color. So that's with quite a bit of blue. I'm going to add a little more red in there. Just a touch of yellow. That's a really deep red. Okay, one thing you can do too when you're doing your backgrounds is you can go over with a layer, like a deep layer, and you can keep building color. When you're painting watercolor on paper, it's really hard to get that all at once, that deep color all at once. So that's it, using primary colors. Green, and then my alizarin red. And that gives you a two color mix right there. That's like in my mind, that's a really dark brown. So if you built that up with a couple layers, you would get a black. So you can just go back and forth, adding a little more green or a little more red to come up with a deep color that you want. All right, I'm going to draw this down so we can see the difference here. This is a brown that goes towards a black. If we put a little blue in there, that cools it down a little bit, instead of giving you that warm brown. So by doing your own mixes, you're going to come up with a painting that has way more vibrance and life to it than it would if you just used a plain black color. About the only black that I use is a Payne's Gray, and I find that has a little bit of a bluish tint to it. So I hope that encourages you to go on your own and to use the colors that you have in your palette to mix and see how you can get an actual black. If you have a favorite mix of your own to get black, I'd love to read about that in the comments below, and I'll learn from you. So I thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.